Hello, I'm joined with my wife today, Celeste, and we're excited for what God's doing in our life and what God's doing in our ministry. We feel like that we can be an assistant to pastors. We can help you guys out in the pastor's
Not
life
only, right, the pastor's wives also.
and the first family. We got the children of the house as well. We also want to make sure that we're reaching out to them with these videos. And so we just want to talk a little bit about the false calling of ministers' wives. A lot of times the church, we feel like we live in a glass bowl. We've written a book called Two Wives in the Parsonage, and the cover of the book shows the like a woman in a glass house and the
we
church.
we do live in a glass bowl.
So when you think about the statement of glass house, how does that affect you?
So it doesn't so much affect me, it just makes me think of we should already live like Christ wants us to live. But so many times we put pressure on ourselves, more pressure than we should as ministers' wives, wanting to live this perfect life in front of the members of the church or the church world in general. And I don't think that should be so.
So you feel pressure from that. Can you talk a little bit about how you felt when we first started in ministry and living in a glass house, and then how you feel now?
So I felt really scared because you want to do everything just right. You hear all of these things that a minister's wife should be and should do, not only for the church, but for her family. And because of that, you put pressure on yourself. And I put pressure on myself and also on my son, because I wanted him to do things just right. Just from hearing the way that other pastors' wives did in the past. And that affected us, I think, tremendously, sometimes in a good way, but also it just put pressure on us that we didn't need to do.
So after experiencing that, you learned from that, you were able to mature,
Definitely.
you grew from that. So
Definitely.
now, what is the pressure like? Do you feel like we still live in a glass house?
Oh, definitely. We still live in a glass house, but I don't have that pressure on me. I just focus on making sure that I'm doing the things that God would have me to do, and not trying to focus on, am I doing it the way that the church world would want me to do it.
All right, so we have our book, Two Wives in the Parsonage. We'd love for you to get a copy of it. You can go on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. You can go on our website, paulbrintley.com, and also get the book. But there's a portion in the book, there's a chapter that you wrote actually on the fishbowl, false calling of ministers' wives. And I'm going to read a statement about some of the things and pressures that go on in the church that are required. So you said, people think that a minister's wife should be leading a prayer group. I'm not the leader of our prayer group, but the way that I am involved in every Sunday, we have a women's prayer group and we have 4 ministers' wives that lead that group. I just have the first Sunday of every month.
Yes, I am not quote unquote the leader at all, and I don't feel like I should be, because that's just not my calling. But I do want to be a part of the things that the ladies do here in the church. So one of the things that I do, I just lead a prayer group, a prayer session, one Sunday of every month.
Okay, all right, thank you. So if this helped you, we'd love for you to get the book. You can watch some of our future videos, join, subscribe to our channel. We love that you'll be a part of our YouTube channel as well, our Facebook pages, all our social media. We're on Instagram, all of those different ways. So please join in, watch us. Thank you so much. And remember, a vision doesn't work if you don't.